Hello, my lovies. Welcome back to my true life. And as you can see, this is my traveler's journal notebook, passport size. This is a limited edition that came out about 2 years ago, I think. And I was very lucky that I could find this one in the Netherlands because that's where I live. And we don't have all the cool stuff like Americans or obviously the Japanese themselves do. So I was stoked that I could get my hands on this one. This is my one and only Traveler's Journals notebook. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I got an email from the shop that I bought this one from. And they currently have this new Traveler's Journal notebook. And it's a Tokyo edition. And they were asking if you wanted to pre-order. But it's 75 euros. So that's a little over $75, I think, maybe 78, maybe even up to $80 US. And that's quite expensive. And I looked at the cover and I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't like this one that much. And then I realized there must be a lot of people who are contemplating on buying a traveler's journal. And since it's really expensive, you might want to figure out a few things before you actually put down the money. Because, you know, I grew up not always having a lot of money, and I'm very happy that I worked my way up in the world so I can afford pretty things like this. But I still think about every euro or every dollar, if you will, that I spend, because I know it's not a given. So if you're like me and you think before you buy most of the time, and you're contemplating on getting one of these babies, let me break down how I've been using this travel journal for actual traveling and nothing else, because that's what it was made for. So let's roll. All right, so the traveler's notebook covers in the Netherlands are quite expensive. The limited editions can go up to about 75 bucks. And normal price is about 53 euros and 90 cents for the passport size. And the taller one is about $59.90. So let's say $55 and about $62. But I say go check the web shops that are available to you, because I live in the Netherlands. So my calculations from euro to dollar might not be accurate depending on which time zone and time we are in. Anyway, I think we can all agree that this is not the cheapest notebook. So let's break the system down. First of all, the notebook itself is basically a piece of leather. I will say it is thicker leather than I thought it would be. This leather is what I call greasy leather. I used to work in a shoe store. And also, if you remember those old leather jackets that probably one of your parents used to wear in the 80s and the 90s, those were also like very thick, greasy leather. And the more you touch it, the shinier it gets because the oils of your skin will shine it up. I personally like this matte version, so that's why I'm very nerdy about it, and I keep it in my pouch as much as possible because I just think it's so pretty and I want to keep it as nice as possible. This type of leather also scratches up real quick. You can see that in the back. Can you see that? There's like little scratches here. And I have to hold it like this so you can see it in the light. Obviously, it's a product of nature. Leather is very durable. So if it ever gets dry, all you need to do is put a little bit of leather cream on here, buff it up, and it'll be back to as good as new. And that is very nice. That's why I opted for a leather travel journal. Also, the system is very nice because you buy this leather cover once, which is the most expensive part of it all. And then you buy the inserts if you like. So I went for this zipper pouch insert that also has the other side where I keep these little sticky notes. Well, these are not sticky notes. These are double-sided sticker tapes from Hobonichi. So if you want to stick something down in your journal, you don't have to bring liquid glue. So that's nice. And then in the back, it has like two little compartments that you can stick, I don't know, like a business card in if you want to, or like a credit card. And then I also have this craft folder that you can stick more paper in. As you can see, I still have something in here. And then you can add about 2 to 4 journals to this. So this is like a journal. It's not that thick. So you could put 1 or 2 or 3. Now I have to say this was my travel journal for Italy and it's kind of bulked up. But still, if you were to have 2 or 3 in here that you really fill up with pictures and stuff, it's still quite easy to bring. So it does bulk up a little, as you can see. And if we were to take a ruler, I'm gonna do this in centimeters, so you can calculate the other one. So this is about 3 centimeters if you were to just let it breathe a little. If you really wanna like push it down, it's under 2 centimeters. So if you're traveling and you're looking for something that you can just like manually squish a little bit because you need a little bit more space for something else, this is quite doable. And it's definitely way smaller than my regular schmegular journal, which is a Leuchtturm A5. So size comparison. So yeah, this is a traveler's notebook passport size, and then this is an A5 Hobonichi cover, and inside is a Leuchtturm A5 bullet journal, 120 grams, because we only roll with the thick paper. So yeah, this is a bit of a size comparison. So I didn't want to bring this because this is quite heavy for in your handbag or a mini backpack. And since I bought this one for travel journaling, this is way better. It's so cute and small. I can squish it together in my handbag or my mini backpack. And it was so easy to carry and to bring with me. So like I said, the most expensive part is the leather cover. And then you can buy as many inserts as you want. That makes it more expensive, obviously. But once you have that basic setup, all you have to do is buy new inserts once you're done with them. And those inserts are about $4 to $5. So these are not very expensive. So the initial setup could cost you about, I don't know, let's say $100 if you go all out with like charms and cute stuff. But then all you have to do is get these little journals, which like I said, are only $4 to $5. And you just keep reusing the cover, which is leather, so it's very durable and you can use it for years to come. So if you don't mind spending a little bit more money the first time you're setting up, and you know you like a leather cover, or you're watching this video to try and figure out if you do, then yeah, it's a really good system, because in the end, it's gonna save you a lot of money because you don't have to buy these loose books every time like this, like these normal notebooks. And all you have to do is switch inserts that you can also archive a lot better and easier than a bigger notebook that you might not fill up all the way, because these smaller notebooks are easier to fill. So the only thing I couldn't find was the canvas wallet insert that I really wanted. But I live in the Netherlands, so there's not always access to everything that comes from Japan or outside of Europe. But on the other hand, I also have a normal wallet, so I don't necessarily need it. But I thought it would have been cool if I had everything in just one place. And that would have been this traveler's notebook. Anyway, let's check out the setup I used for actual travel journaling, because that's the only thing and the only reason why I bought this journal. So these are 2 regular schmegular traveler's journal inserts. So let's start with this one. I decided that I wanted one journal that'll always be in the cover, and that is this one. I haven't really decorated yet because I didn't have enough inspiration. But this one is very important to me, and I highly recommend having a basic journal that you bring on every trip, because it contains everything that you need. So when you open it, it looks like this. It has a very simple cover page that you could use to decorate. Now you won't be able to see what it says, but it is a "if found, please return to," and then it has my name, my email, my phone number, and a current city where I live. And then it says shipping fees will be refunded, because like I said, the initial setup for this traveler's journal notebook is quite expensive. And if I lose it, I hope that someone nice finds it and sends it back to me. And then I will let them know that I'll pay for the expenses. So yeah, I highly recommend a "if found, please return" part somewhere in your journal. Now I have a lot of allergies, deadly ones. So I made sure that on the first pages, everything that I'm allergic for is listed with some extra information. I wrote it down in English because that is kind of the language almost everyone in the world understands or is able to translate because they can easily recognize it. So since I have a lot of deadly allergies, I need the people that I'm with to know what happens, and I need doctors in the hospital to be able to quickly find out what might be wrong. Then I have emergency contacts, which you cannot see because privacy reasons, but I have my mom on here, my stepdad, my sister, my brother, my biological father. And I also wrote down that all of these people speak Dutch and English so that it doesn't have to be a barrier to try and contact them. FYI, I don't really like the design I created, but I was so anxious for this first trip. But what I did is I made check and to-do lists that I would have to check off for every trip anyway. So I have a meds section so that I cannot forget all of the meds and things that I need anyway. I have a clothes section, so underwear, nightgown, socks, whatever, all the things that you could possibly need, like basics. Because I'm a minimalist, so I don't buy or bring more than I have to, because all of the carrying drives me nuts. I have a beauty page for all of my makeup and stuff. Another beauty page for my carry-on stuff, like what do I actually need, like toothbrushes, toothpaste, hair ties, stuff like that. So basically all the things you would need to groom. I have a carry-on bag for on the plane, like wipes for my glasses. I have some meds, water and snacks, wet wipes, cleaning wipes, wallet, ID, passport, Ziploc bags, a thong just in case, all that stuff. I have a tech page because I often bring my tech for work. So my MacBook, my loader, my Apple Watch, and I really highly recommend having like a basic journal in your traveler's notebook journal, whether it's the passport size or like the taller size, because I remember when I was an intern for social work, the actual social worker that was working with me as my teacher, he said, most people don't write things down, so they have to try and remember everything all day, every day. That takes up way too much brain space, and so they have less space in their brain to be creative and find solutions in emergency and tough situations. So his recommendation was to write things down so you don't have to remember them, but if you need them, all you have to do is look them up. And so I remembered that because it was such a great tip. And if you're traveling and you have to leave quickly, you quickly want to check, do I have my MacBook? Do I have my webcam, my iPad, my camera? And then you can just go like check, and you can't lose or forget things. And it really gave me a lot of peace of mind as I was traveling through Italy, that I had these lists, and therefore I knew I wasn't gonna leave anything in the hotel room and come back with all the stuff that I brought. I also have a prep list. Things I have to do before I leave the house, like travel insurance, leaving my addresses and numbers to family. What am I going to do with mail? Is my fridge empty? Do I have to drain the toilet or whatever? Close windows, doors, smoke detector, whatever. So I do all of these things before I leave. And then I have a page where I put the numbers and information for the people I'm traveling with. Because, if there's an emergency, I don't know the numbers of their loved ones by heart and head. So I write them down so that I can always find them back and contact, for example, my best friend's girlfriend if something were to happen. There's a lot of empty pages left in this basic journal. I don't know what else to put in here. So if you have any ideas, definitely let me know in a comment below. What do you recommend to be in a basic journal that you always have with you to make sure you don't forget things? I don't know, maybe I missed something, then please share. But I highly recommend putting this in your traveler's notebook cover and create that system so that you are very, very aware of what you need and what you have to do and cannot forget because it's always in your traveler's journal. And then this is the actual journal part, because I did actually journal when I was in Italy. I have to say I found it really hard because we were in a smaller hotel room that didn't really have a desk. But the nice thing about this traveler journal setup is that you can take out the journal, and if you want to, you can place it on a flat surface like this, and it's easier to write. So even though this is quite small compared to my A5 journal that I have at home for like daily life and daily journaling, this made it really easy to just grab and go. I was sitting on my bed writing on my thighs. So yeah, because this was so small, it was very easy to do. Yeah, so this one is for Italy. I might add another Italy trip, so I have some spot. Like I have a little bit more space here. I could make Italy 2024 or Italy 2025 because I have some pages left in the back. But I thought it would be cool to do like a journal per country, per trip, or per city, so that you have like an actual archive. So yeah, that's how I created this journal. And what I also did was put my flight info here and my hotel info, because like I said, if you're on the go, your phone maybe doesn't work, Wi-Fi is out, you're in a rural area, I don't know, stuff happens lately, you know, these days. And then you can just easily look up all the things you need to look up. And then I did some backtracking when I got home, because during the trip, I sometimes found it really hard to journal because there was so much going on. But things I did do was, like, we were in a taxi and the driver gave us some recommendations. He said, go to Alicia Pizza, Gregory's Pastries, and Fagionito. So that was very nice because he's a local. He said he grew up in Rome, especially the area we were going to. So yeah, taking recommendations, writing them down. This was really cool. This was actually written in the hotel room. And I can tell because I just brought one black pen and my handwriting is not that neat. I was like jotting down all of the thoughts I had ASAP. And then the prettier layouts, because I'm not fond of the layouts in here. Gotta be honest. I'm new to travel journaling, so it's not super pretty yet. But yeah, I snapped pictures of almost everything I could see and find. And then in the hotel room I wrote, and when I got back, it was really fun to print out all the pictures and like finish this journal as far as I could. Because it was really nice to reminisce and be a little bit more nostalgic over one trip. In the back, I glued down a vellum envelope with receipts from restaurants, and because it was a workation, so a semi-business trip, it is good to have your admin in one place. And I have some pages left, so if I ever go back to Italy, I will use those pages for the next trip. So that I have like one booklet for Italy, 2023, maybe 2024, 5, 6, 7, I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't have to be the end of this insert for Italy. I can just keep on going, and then I will have like an archive on Italy trips. How cool is that? So yeah, when all the inserts are in, I currently have 2 in here, and then the craft folder and the zip locker, and that, yeah, it looks so cute and small, and it was so handy, and I can't wait to go on another trip and really allow myself the time to journal a little bit more, get my thoughts out. And I hope this video helped you figure out how you could use this for your trip. I'm not saying that this is the only way. I just wanted to show you the way I've been using it up till now, because I might change it up as I learn to journal on the road. But yeah, since it's such an expensive thing and they're gonna release probably a lot of cool limited editions these years to come, I just wanted to give you an insight in how much this could cost and how you could use it in the long run. And I think this is a very durable system, and also in the long run quite affordable, because these inserts are only like $4 to $5 a pop. And then if you take care of your cover, it'll last you for years because it's leather, and leather is always super durable. So let me know if you were on the fence for buying this journal or another version of the Traveler's Notebook journal, and if this video helped you. And if you're not going to buy one, also let me know in a comment down below, because I'm very curious to hear what you would recommend to me. And if you already have one and you see me doing things that you think could be better, definitely let me know. I'm always willing to learn. And yeah, hope you enjoy many, many travels. And hopefully you can now buy this one because it really suits your needs. Or you can save some money for a different system because of this video. And if so, do let me know. Like this video, subscribe for more, and then I'll see you next Sunday. All right? I love you. Goodbye.